Boy, I say, boy, that there's a chicken hawk. Boy, I say, boy, that there's a Carolina cook. Let's go, chef.
The Carolina cook is about to cook some Carolina chicken.
Sing along. Hit it.
It's the Carolina cook, the Carolina cook, and the liners, rock and roll to the roll, say don't cook. All right, so it's safe to say that you already know what I'm gonna be cooking. Chicken, barnyard pimp. Let's go, chef. What's up, everybody? Chef Anthony Albritton, the Carolina cook, cooking, eating, and tasting the Carolinas. Welcome to my Carolina kitchen, somewhere in South Carolina. As a matter of fact, welcome to South Carolina. Okay, so I got another good Southern classic for y'all coming y'all way. 2A food-attainment in the building. In this episode, I'll be cooking up some Y'all Don't Have Me. In this episode, I will be cooking up some large butter beans with Skillet BBQ Chicken and yellow rice. Let's go, chef. All right, y'all, tonight I got some good smoked turkey bacon for my beans. This is good smoked bacon right here. You can see the smoke ring on the outside. All right, now with all that being said, it's time for me to go ahead and roll this bacon up and start cutting it up, chopping it up real finely. In my other bean videos, I was putting large pieces of bacon in there because back in the day, people would put a whole piece of, put the whole bacon in there or whatever. But I feel that it'll be a better presentation and everything if I start chopping the bacon up finely from now on. So let's get this bacon cut up and prepared for the beans. We all know substitutes don't necessarily beat the real thing, but it's a lot healthier than pork. All right, then I'm basically bringing the bacon to a light crisp in the pan, not too hard, not too soft. Since it's not pork bacon, it's not going to produce as much grease. So to aid in that process, I added some cooking oil to the pan. All right, then I cooked the flavor out of that bacon, got that flavor going. Then I added 2 cans of large butter beans to the mix, and I'm going to give it a stir, and that's going to release that nice bacon flavor in there. In some cases, I would drain my beans and just use water or broth, but this time I'll go ahead and keep the liquids that was in the can. All right, and as you cook these butter beans, the thing I like about butter beans is as they cook, they're going to release a thick gravy, which makes them even more better. And since this is soul food, I'm going to add some soul food seasoning to it, okay? And I still had some Greek seasoning in the cupboard from a while back when I made the Greek chicken and rice dish. Go check that video out. And Greek seasoning is pretty good, pretty flavorful. So I decided to dig into the cupboard and break some of that out and drop that into these beans as well. Now I'm going to cover it and just let it simmer on a low heat until it produces that nice bean gravy. All right, now let's take it to the sink where I had my chicken draining after I cleaned it. Removed the extra fat and everything from it, rinsed it with water and everything. And I cleaned my chicken with water and vinegar. You can clean your chicken with lime juice, lemon juice, or vinegar. Doesn't matter. As long as your chicken is clean, the mission was accomplished. And note, in the cleaning process, I did not remove the skin from my chicken. I will be keeping the skin on my chicken, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is hit this chicken with some oil. That oil is going to act as a binder to make those seasonings stick to that chicken. And it's also going to help as I put the chicken into the hot skillet. The skin or the chicken won't stick to the skillet because it's nice and oiled up. All right, so I'm going to hit this chicken with some Greek seasoning and some soul food seasoning on both sides before adding it to the skillet. Speaking of before adding it to the skillet, let's go ahead and mix this chicken around, get this seasoning all over this chicken before adding it to the skillet as well. All right, now that my oil has reached a good smoke point and a good temperature in my skillet, I'm going to go ahead and add the chicken skin side down which is going to be my presentation side of the chicken. So I'm going to cook that side first. I'm going to brown that side real nicely. Bring a nice little crisp to that side of the chicken. All right. So my temperature has to be set right so that the skin does not stick to the pan, because I want the skin to remain intact. Now, after letting my chicken pan sear for about 5 to 7 minutes on one side, this is the results I got on my skin, because I wanted the skin nice, brown, and crispy, even though it's going to soften back up once you let it simmer in the sauce. All right. Now that it's done on both sides, I'm going to go ahead and remove it from the pan and start on my sauce. The goal is not necessarily to thoroughly cook the chicken at this point. You just want to, achieve a good pan sear on each side. All right, I have my chicken removed from the heat. Letting it, just reserving it, because we're getting ready to make our pan barbecue sauce. So I'm going to remove some of this chicken grease, some of this chicken fat and grease from this pan. But I'm going to keep that goodness that's in the bottom of the pan, and we're going to start our barbecue sauce with that. All right, so as far as that goes, I kept a small percentage of the grease. I'm going to add some chopped onions to that. Cover that whole pan with onions. And we're going to deglaze the pan. As we saute these onions. As those onions saute, you can hit them with a little more seasoning. That way you're building up the flavors for your sauce. Then when you add the sauce, you don't have much more to do. You can taste your sauce after you add it to the saute to see whatever tweaks you have to make. All right, now that I've released the fragrance, aroma, and the flavors of the onions and everything, I'm going to go ahead and start building this sauce. So first we're going to add some ketchup and some mustard. How much? Depends on how much sauce you want to make, how much chicken you cooking. With that being said, that's why I don't really give measurements out, because, measuring is something you have to learn as you build your recipe, because you're building this recipe. So you season little by little and you record everything you're doing, like culinary school taught me. They taught us how to observe the food, know the cooking process, know the changes the food goes through as it cooks, season to taste and everything like that. So when it comes to seasoning, you got to add until you come up with a measurement. Take notes, just like if you're watching this video learning how to cook it, and take notes. That's why I design my videos this way, so that you have to take notes as you watch. Same thing with seasoning. You just go along, season as you go, record everything you're doing, then you come with your recipe. And as you increase your quantities, you increase your seasoning. It's that simple. And one reason we're building here, it's good to be precise and take notes and learn to build recipes, is because if you're running a restaurant or anything like that that requires a consistent flavor in your menu that tastes the same every day, you want to know what measurements to apply to what quantities so that it can taste the same every time a person eats it. Now notice, as I was saying all that, y'all saw me building my flavor, adjusting my ketchup amounts and adjusting my mustard and all of that type of stuff. Now, what I'm going to do is add some pickle juice to my barbecue sauce. Some people choose to add orange juice, pineapple juice, some type of soda, whatever. But for the Carolina Gold barbecue sauce, you know, my mom's those, I guess, used to add vinegar. But same difference when you add pickle juice. It's just a slightly different variation of taste results that you're going to get. Now, where I was shopping at, a jar of pickles is like $3 and up. So to save money, I bought a pouch of pickles. All right, a pouch of pickles. That was like $1 and some change. since I'm only using the juice. It's no sense in buying a whole expensive jar of pickles. All right, y'all, now I'm going to kick this barbecue sauce up a notch and even the taste out with a little bit of sweetness. All right, so I'm going to add a generous amount of honey to my barbecue sauce. Now, as I'm doing all of this, I'm letting my sauce cook and reduce a little bit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken to the sauce and bring this sauce to a low simmer. Then we're going to cover this chicken. Well, before I cover it, I'm going to saturate the chicken with the sauce. Just roll it around in that sauce and make sure it's completely covered. Then flip it back to skin side up. Then I'm going to cover it and let the chicken cook for at least 25 minutes on a low simmer. And while you're cooking, you want to continue to check on your sauce and everything and move the chicken around periodically so that it doesn't stick and so that the sauce doesn't burn. All right. And if you want to add liquid to it, you can. But I didn't add any liquid to mine because when you have it covered, the chicken is going to release juice. Then the steam from the top is going to fall back down into the sauce. So I had an adequate amount of juice or whatever in my sauce. So I didn't have to add any liquids. I know that this meal would not be complete without some rice. So while everything else was cooking, I whipped up a quick batch of basmati rice. All right, we're in the presentation portion of the video now. My videos are broken down with a little comedy on the front end. Then you got your cooking. Then you got me fixing the plate. Then you got the eating. And that's why I call it food-attainment. 2A, food-attainment. You better believe off camera I'm going to attack this. But for the sake of the camera and the video, I'm going to do this the bougie way. It's a quicker method right here. It's barbecue stovetop chicken. Not as good as grilling, but it's up there. Now let's get everything together. Y'all know how us country folk do it when we go to cookouts, stuff like that. Everything be piled on one plate on top of each other. And what our mama them used to say, it's all going the same place. Some people be like, I don't want my food touching. It's all going the same place. I just want to taste everything separately first to see how everything tasted. Now it's time to bring it all together. Y'all just remember, if you're not happy, you just may not be eating good. Thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, share the love, and subscribe. If you like my content, you like my videos, you like my food-attainment, show the love by subscribing, giving thumbs up, helping these videos get into the YouTube algorithm. Get me into the rhythm of the algorithm. Let's go, chef. You know what? Let's change it up. I'm always hitting y'all with the, just remember, if you're not happy, you just may not be eating good. Man, I got more wisdom than that. All right. So I'm going to start hitting y'all with some various quotes from my mind's eye at the end of these videos. So here's a good one for this video. Just remember, you may not be the kind of package that people want to open, but once they open it, they're going to wish that they did a long time ago. Keep doing what you do. You'll be found doing it. You'll be in the right place at the right time doing it. Liketh, shareth thou the love, and subscribeth unto my channel, and smiteth that notification button. Thank ya.